G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite Season SS6 video. I have been having a blast since I was gifted all this gear. I can just focus on crafting gear for people in the chat. Today I crafted a piece for Jey and someone else in the chat, I can't remember their name, Requiem or something. And this is what I love doing in a season, just being able to smash out farming at a good pace and just pay it forward to everyone else in the chat. So if there is a newer player in the Asia server and I notice they have relatively mediocre gear, I have just been, this is the last one. I don't know if he's put the weapons on yet. No, so he's probably not noticed. But he had some tier 2 weapons. He was asking about tier 0 affixes and stuff. So I just crafted him a couple of weapons. Those weapons are these ones here. So I didn't exactly hit everything. I didn't want to invest too much currency. He can always just upgrade the lightning skill to tier 1, tier 0 and do what he wants with that one. And then the other one, that was pretty much just a straight reflection of his weapon and I upgraded that. That's not the purpose of this video. This video is about farming in Deep Space for Steel Forge. I did a quick hour test of this and it felt like I wasn't making much currency when I did it. However, in the last couple of days that I've been doing this farm, I have made a ridiculous amount of currency. So let's just quickly go over the strategy one more time. A bit of quant with the extra monsters there and the ultimate ember chance here. I'm guessing this is for one of the rare cards that you can get. This one just makes it so an absolute ton of residents spawn with using the compasses as well, and it gives you the extra cards and stuff that can drop. This one here I had once and I got 3 mist essences. That's just 120 flame elementium from a single card, which is pretty cool. And the other ones that double the chance of extra eyes, you get like 50 eyes a map. And the price of those actually went up since my last video, so that's just more profit. And finally, onto the divinity stones and judges. You do use the judge compass. So you get as many as these as possible, and if you get lucky and get the good duplication, it's probably... So desire incarnations have a chance to be replicated. If you get the 91%, then in those 4 maps you get, I don't know, 20 to 40 desire cores, which is kind of insane in itself because they sell for about 40 flame elementium each. We are not going for star shards, we're just hunting for those rarer confusion cards and then just extra drop quantity. It says you need 55 cards in your deck. If you're unsure how to check that, it is the bottom right down here, and then you just count them up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 49 cards. Shame it's not 55, but it's still 5% drop quant from that. So I am doing the canvas. I'll show you that in a moment. I'll just do a quick example map. I might time this actually. I am running canvas, but not completely. I'm only doing the rainbow canvases and then I'm leaving. I'm not even doing the reds and stuff if I can avoid it, because generally you get sometimes 50 or 60 flame elementium from a rainbow, and then you do a red, and sure, sometimes you get a stack of 50, but most of the time you'll get a stack of 1 or no flame elementium, and it just feels horrible. So I'm all about efficient farming, and this strategy gets you an absolute ton of eyes. It gets you a ton of Netherrealm resonance. Now, Netherrealm Resonance, the price of it is going down. It's like 7 to a stack of 1,000. However, if you just buy Time Mark 7 Glacial Abyss Beacons and sell those instead, they sell within 5 minutes. And you'll get about 11 Flame Elementium per stack of Netherrealm Resonance instead of just the standard 6 or 7 after tax. So I'll show you that shortly. I have dumped my inventory into the stash. So whatever is dropping here is what will be counted. I will be selling stuff on the trade house as we go. And that will appear as Flame Elementium in the calculations. I better put all the compasses and stuff into the tracker so I can see exactly how much I've spent. Alrighty, so with the current prices, it costs about 25.9 Flame Elementium per map. That is due to the Judge compasses. They are quite pricey. If we do end up getting the Replicate compass, we will be spending 100 Flame Elementium on 4 compasses, but that more than pays for itself. It pays for itself in the Divinity Stones that drop, so all of the Desire Cores that drop are just max profit. Hopefully we get that in this test. It's pretty rare, so I might not. But we'll see how we go, and I'll restart the timer and I'll show you a canvas when I get to it. So this is one of the cards that's really good. So the residents have a 100% chance to drop additional eyes. Sometimes you can get 50 or 100 eyes per map, which is pretty nice. We currently only have 91 eyes from the first couple of maps. I guess I'll just run a map so you can see what it looks like. Where are we? There's a couple of them there. That guy has a shield, which is kind of annoying. So that group was... I can't see because one of my mates just come online. Well, maybe you'll see the next one. Where's the next group? Surely I'll get another group in a second. Pretty horrible map. I am testing out Steel Forge because this is the zone that Marcus was farming in. I'm not a huge fan of the map layouts, so I will be doing a series a little bit later on... oh, that was Resident's Eyes. Only got a few then there, though. That guy dropped only 4. So not the best. I think that's another one there. So I'll run back and kill him too. There we go. So there's a couple of them there. So that was another 13 or 14 eyes. I think we had 91 the start of that map. And now I have 129, so about 30 eyes from that map. Eyes are currently selling for 0.45 each. So they've gone up 0.5 in the last 5 minutes. So that's pretty interesting. Alrighty, so I've just noticed the canvas is actually full. It was probably full for a little while. So all I do is I check for chests, then I just quickly add whatever I can be placed on one already done. It is horizontal. That's pointless. That's pointless. This is a horrible setup. This setup sucks. Everything is a 3 minimum. This is the only row that I can possibly do anything with. So that just infuriates me. So the next one, we'll try again. Adjacent monster. Even that's horrible. Converts one random blocked cell. Unless this converts this one. There we go. At least we got that. Hopefully we can make something of this. I really just want this to be rainbow, and then I don't really care about anything else. Like, this is just horrendously bad. Diagonal, at least this one should work. If I put it there, then this one, I can put one there. Vertical gameplay, there we go. This is all I really wanted. Vertical gameplay there. I'll just level, oops, missed. Level these up. Diagonal monster, I'll see what I get. Own level, this one. Diagonal monster, it's just, no matter where I put it, it's just horribly bad. So this map kind of sucks, so I'm just going to put these down. I don't really care about the rest of this map. Just going to run this, sprint to the rainbow, complete that, and be done with this one. There we go, that is the rainbow node done. We only got 25 flame elementium, pretty horrendous. Nothing really else on the map. Oh, maybe this chest. Let's see what the chest is. The blues seem to give flame elementium pretty often, but the others don't really. So that is all we do. We don't have enough to complete it. It's really annoying that you can't restart it during that area, but whatever. And then it's also annoying that you have to scroll all the way to the right. Anywho, back to it. Alrighty, so that's those 4 maps done. We started with 91 and now we have 265. So almost 200 eyes from that one. We have 2... I don't really like that. Just go with extra quant for a few maps. Alrighty, so we've run out of maps. I do have another canvas here ready to go, so I'll do that and then I'll see you in a sec. Alrighty, this one didn't turn out too bad. It just kept giving me monster ones over and over. So I ended up getting 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 rainbows. This shouldn't be too bad. Give us a bunch of money to buy more compasses and stuff. It's just a killer boss, so this one should be pretty quick. Immunity phases. Boring. Pretty quick to do and gives a bunch of flame elementium, blue, whatever. Drop me a FE, another rainbow. Just kill nice and quick. I love monster ones. Monster ones are great. God of War and stuff kind of sucks. This a rainbow double? It is. Nice. Didn't see a skill then, which is a shame. Blue, where's the other rainbows? One here, and then the other one's all the way down there. Test subject, he should die quick, yep. Another reasonable one. Then it is down here. Level 4, don't trigger, thank you. Another horrible one. May as well run over that just in case something drops. Same with green. I'll grab the egg. This one's I don't normally do this, but whatever. Run down here, grab this, then I'll grab the... just got to kill 50, fine. I'll grab the white egg even though I know it's going to be garbage. Yeah. And the blue one. So I probably actually completed that. Yeah, I did 12 out of 12. I'm not going to bother about the rest. I'll leave and then I'll start it over. So I've had 303 flame elementium drop in 9 maps, so a little bit over 30 per map average. That is canvases. I just noticed I have 300 tax invoices too. So pretty good so far. I will buy some beacons with this because I forgot to do that previously. And I'll get back to farming. Alrighty, got a pretty interesting one here. 100% chance for bosses to drop one additional mist essence. I am going to switch out one of the compasses, which will be this one. Hopefully I have one on me and I don't have to go and buy it, which is the good Eterna compass. So I'll just quickly buy one of those. I've probably got one in the stash, but I just want the bosses from this. So that's 3.5, or let's just go 4. I only need one because it's a single. That's a previous trade, so I'm not going to do anything with that. Back to this. Chuck in. Get rid of that one. Put in this one. Just for a couple extra bosses. And get some extra currency. So I'll quickly just show you this. That's a boss. Drop some mist essence. Very nice. So that's 40 flame elementium for that compass, which is pretty sweet. That's another boss. Oh, I saw that coming and I dodged straight into it. So this will be another mist essence. There we go. Hopefully I get another Judge Arenio. It's a shame I didn't get more. Oh yeah, there we go. Got another one. So that's another 40 flame elementium. So that one compass that cost me 4 FE has netted me 80 flame elementium. And one more there. So 160 from that map. Pretty sweet. I completely forgot about canvas for about 6 maps then. So I guess I'll do this one. No chests. It'd be pretty awkward if you waited all that time to get all that and there was only one flame elementium there. It actually succeeded. What a shame. I was hoping it would just destroy itself. I only did that because it was 1300 points. Alrighty, so that is the first hour. I'll just see if this sold. So that's 312 that dropped in the first few maps. Those are not related to this run. I don't think that's worth anything. No. So both those garbage. This one probably garbage. Yep. I did get a couple of God's Footsteps, which last season would have been really good. This season probably about 30. I will list them. If they sell in the next hour, then I'll count them. If they don't sell, then I will not count them. Nothing else there worth anything, so I'll just salvage that. We did have another 380 eyes drop, so 634 flame elementium. The only thing I sold was the eyes, and I bought another 19 maps. So that is pretty interesting that I've got that after that little expenditure as well. These said 30, so let's just see if they sell for 25 in the next hour. My scepter still hasn't sold. So this is what I do with excess Netherrealm. So you get an absolute ton of Netherrealm resonance with this strategy. I don't have any in the stash, I don't believe. No. I don't think you can spend them here, even if you do have them in the stash. So all I do, Glacial Abyss beacons are still worth a little bit. So I just go back about 5 or 6 or 7. So I definitely have enough to use in the map. And then all we do is go to the booth and list the T7 ones. Stacks of 99 sell for 0.1 pretty quickly, so that will probably sell in the next hour. I do have a few stacks up at the moment, but they do sell rather quickly. So I'll just keep going. I've actually had one of these drop, which is cool. So that's 21 flame elementium that I can save if I get that card that is insane. But I'll keep going for another hour and see how we go. It's already doing really quite well, as you could see from that. 634 flame elementium just in raw drops. And I think the last time I did this test, I only got 600 and something FE for the hour. And well, these are 39 each, so that's another 120 or so from that too. Let's list those for sale. I'm sure they will sell in the next 30 minutes or so, because I will list them for 38.5. So they'll probably sell pretty much instantly, which is an extra 150 flame elementium. Pretty sweet. Let's list these. These can sell as well for 0.41. Extra 156. So if those two sell, that's an extra 300. So that's 900 just from those couple of items in the first hour. All right, let's get back to it. I just realized I didn't even take into account the other very easy to sell commodity, which is these. So 0.25 each times 6465. That's another 161. So over 1,000 flame elementium for the first hour. Easy. Had to go and hide in a corner because I noticed a rainbow paint, and then I realized that I hadn't looked at the paints in a little while. So hopefully this isn't too garbage, but it's not looking great. Nearest vertical, whatever, that'll 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's fine. Not really thinking too much, just placing this crap down as fast as possible. Horizontal gameplay. It is a 4, which is a shame, because I can't actually land that anyway. That made that a 7. So I think I'll just finish this off and grab the rainbow, call this one a day. Bum, 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 bum. Because that seemed like a pretty garbage layout. That was pretty lucky. I had one here that converted all of the ones around it to a random, and it gave me a level 6 chest from that, which was easy to upgrade to 7. I always like seeing what the chests give. 74 on a cut. Oh, that was actually kind of lame. I expected more. Alrighty, just finished up the last canvas there. I ended up just focusing on the rainbows and not doing anything else, because everything else is absolute garbage. And the amount of paint and stuff that you get from doing that is kind of mental. So 2 hours done. I will go through. Wow. And I won't count that. But I'll go through and calculate everything. Did I get 2 of those? That'd be funny. No. I highly doubt that's worth that much. I'll go through, see if I have anything else that looks cool. Probably won't count the rare stuff like that. But we should have made a ton of profit anyway. Alrighty, so all up we did pretty well. Some surprising ones that crept in were all of the POBs that popped in. So I ended up having 2 4s, 1 3, 1 2, and 9 1s drop in that. I also got 4 desire cores. I didn't get any of the duplication bosses, so I didn't get to use the desire incarnation cube that dropped. But looking at the spreadsheet, 2 hours, I had a fair bit of stuff that dropped. So we ended up pulling in 2,392 flame elementium after tax as we went through. So I sold a couple of things on the trade house in the time that I ran these maps. I didn't trade much in the second hour, but some of the stuff that I put up in the first hour sold. I haven't included those totals in here, so this is just all the stuff that's still in my inventory after this test. So 2 hours, about 1,200 flame elementium per hour. I don't know if I said earlier in the video, but it just feels like I always have so much flame elementium doing this strategy for everything that drops. I did get pretty lucky with the beacons. I had a fair few yellow ones drop, and then a bunch of the other minor ones that are like 1 or 2 each as well. I will transform all of those Netherrealm resonance into beacons and sell those, just because they sell pretty quickly and it's a tiny bit more profit on top of that. So those 2 were already up before I did this test. What was that one? This one. If there's only 2 up, then I doubt it's worth 1,100, but I'll put it up for that. I'll drop it by 100 or 200 every day until it sells. And this one was 100, so 50 will do. But yeah, so that was a strategy that I've been using a fair bit in the last few days. It's been highly profitable, and yeah, really enjoying just having so many monsters and stuff to kill. Is these still, yeah, 0.41. It's just a lot of enemies. You're getting a lot of bubblegum currency that you can easily sell, and it sells really, really quickly as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Candles and stuff don't seem to be selling, but I'm sure they will eventually. 0.24, yep. So anyway, I'll stop crapping on. I'll list all this stuff, sell it, and make more videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.